Grabbing up your hats, coats, boots, and everything. Leave your worries on the doorstep, cause we gone by and by. Just direct your feet. You'll meet on the sunny side of the street. Can't you hear the pitter and the patter of the raindrops trickling down your fire escaping ladder? Life could be so fine, fine as wine. I used to walk in the shade with my blues on parade. But just at my feet. On the sunny, on the shady, on the sunny side of the street.
Good evening and welcome to our first virtual Meals on Wheels fundraising event. And I've got with me tonight Richard Crocker
and as you all know, this is Nancy Oakes.
And we've been doing this together. I did it alone for a while, but then Richard and I have been doing this for
almost 20 years.
I'm not going to even add up what that means in terms of how old I am. Anyway, so tonight we're going to break new ground and do something totally different. To say that I've really enjoyed and it's been meaningful for me to be involved with Meals on Wheels all these years and all the people I've met. I couldn't really have done it without Richard and possibly...
I couldn't have done it without
you. Gun to head. All right, anyway. So on we go, and I just wanted to tell all of you how one thing that's been very, very important to me is how very, very careful and conscientious Meals on Wheels is on using every dollar to really achieve their mandates and their mission I've worked for other people and done other events, and just the degree to which every single donation really is directed to all the right places, and there's no frill or waste or frivolous stuff. And I really admire that, and it's been sort of a guiding force for me. And also just to say thank you to all the chefs, all the vintners, all the people at Meals on Wheels who give so generously all the time, and a time when I think we've all seen some incredible acts of selfishness. It is truly great for me to see the selfless acts and the generosity that happens at Meals on Wheels. So that being said, my husband Bruce Adels and I would like to start off this evening with a $50,000 donation and hope that you'll follow me, and no matter how big, how small, and we can do this together and make it, it's not as fun as the gala. What are we gonna do?
It'll come back.
It'll come back. We'll see each other again. That'll be great. And what did you want everybody to do? Oh, order food.
Order food. Order takeout from your favorite restaurant. Open a bottle of wine from your favorite winery. Sit back and enjoy the show.
Indeed. All right.
Thank you, Nancy and Richard, for kicking off our event so perfectly. It already is great. Although I'm with you, I look forward to getting it back in person. It is always excellent to see you, and I know I speak for everyone when I say thank you for all you do to make Star Chefs and Vintners a reality. And Nancy, a special thank you to you and Bruce for your generous contribution to launch our fundraising on stream. Your gift will help deliver thousands of meals. And thank you, all of you watching on screen right now, for being here with us. We wholeheartedly appreciate each and every one of you as we come together to support Meals on Wheels in tonight's virtual Star Chefs and Vintners Fundaroot Pledge Drive. Tonight's show marks the very first virtual event for Meals on Wheels. And it's also probably the first time I'm not going to be eating a gazillion desserts after the auction. But we have a great lineup tonight of longtime Meals on Wheels supporters. Douglas Danielak and Kelly and Jim Bailey of Knightsbridge Winery are with us. If you have a Knightsbridge tasting kit, make sure you've got it out and ready to roll. Sarah and Evan Rich of Rich Table are going to be with us. Thomas McNaughton and Ryan Polnow, Annie Favia and Andy Erickson, and Cherie and Philippe Melka are all with us, as is restaurateur Umberto Jabin, and, of course, incredibly moving moments with Meals on Wheels clientele and staff. 2020 has been a challenging year for everyone, especially so for the people that Meals on Wheels serves. The need for our services has gone up this year as more and more homebound seniors have found themselves in need of food, in need of human contact, in need of Meals on Wheels. We wish we were gathering at Fort Mason to celebrate great food and drink in the company of great friends. Canceling the gala this year was emotionally and financially difficult, which is why we're here right now to recapture just a bit of that star chefs and vintners spirit and make up for the $1 million shortfall that canceling the gala caused. And though we can't see you here in the studio with us, we feel you. We can see the impact that you have on Meals on Wheels, and we can see you when you tag your photos or videos on Instagram, Facebook, or Twitter, on all the socials. Just hit us with hashtag MOWSF Pledge 2020. Again, MOWSF Pledge 2020. We'll get a look at you on the socials, but the other way that we really want to see you tonight is through your participation in our fundraising. We've had the pledge drive open since September 28th, and so far you have helped raise over $480,000. And tonight we need you watching right now to participate, because somewhere out there in San Francisco, a homebound senior needs your help right now. So take a moment, take the initiative and act. You've got now till October 23rd. You can make a donation towards our $1 million goal. And if you are seeing me right now, yay! You've made it this far. That means you are right where you need to be in order to help support Meals on Wheels. Simply go to mowsf.org/pledge 2020. It's right up there on your screen. It's mowsf.org/pledge 2020. And if you are having any challenges, or you simply want to pay with a donor-advised fund, a check, or maybe bring a wheelbarrow full of cash on down to the office, you can call 415-343-1286. Again, 415-343-1286. Live operators are standing by right now to help you. That is how you make pledges to support Meals on Wheels. That is how you participate in our auction, and that is how you help change one of the 4,300 lives Meals on Wheels touches every day. Pledges are already coming in. Your generosity is greatly appreciated. Andy and Terry Goodman called in, and they made a $100,000 pledge. Between that and Nancy and Bruce's pledge, we've already raised $150,000. Keep those pledges coming. We've got a big goal tonight because we have a big commitment to seniors. One of the other ways you can help is by ordering dinner from one of our partner restaurants, just like Richard encouraged at the top of the show. You can find a complete list on our website. And really, it is an honor to be here tonight. I am looking forward to a great show with all of you. But this show's too big for one person to take on solo. So it is my pleasure to introduce my co-host for this evening, the yin to my yang, the Posey to my Bumgardner, the McMahon to my Carson, my old friend and a longtime supporter of Meals on Wheels, Umberto Jabin of downtown San Francisco restaurant staples Perbacco and Burbacco. Umberto!
Wow, what an introduction. Thank you so much, Greg. It's great to be here. It's an honor to be here. We love Meals on Wheels. And what Meals on Wheels does for homebound seniors, it's phenomenal. I had the privilege of witnessing myself the good that Meals on Wheels does in several occasions by delivering food to the homebound seniors.
Cool.
And when the door opens and you see the smile of the client, it's just amazing. And in many, many instances, the driver is the only person that they see and talk during the day.
That's amazing, and good on you for taking the initiative and getting out there as a volunteer. How long have you been involved with Meals on Wheels?
For quite some time, actually, since 1982, when I lived in Los Angeles. Wolfgang Park was the chef chair at the time. And the event was held on the rooftop at the Beverly Hilton. It was an amazing affair, really lots of fun. I moved back in the Bay Area in late 80s, but it wasn't until 1999 when I met Jessica that I got reacquainted. She was already with the organization at that time, and I got reacquainted with Meals on Wheels.
Excellent. It's not just you, though, right?
Oh, Oh, I almost forgot. No, Meals on Wheels is actually a family affair. My wife Leslie has served as a board president, and she's currently on the board as well.
Well, we appreciate the both of you, really we do, and that's a long time to be involved. It's a long time to be involved with the gala. You heard Nancy say that she's been involved for a minute or two herself. What's the biggest change you've seen with the gala over the years?
All positive, all great. First of all, it's getting bigger and bigger and bigger, of course. And Nancy does an amazing job, a tremendous job chairing the culinary aspect of the event. Through the years, we've seen the new guard, the new chefs, the young chef participating to the gala. The event has gotten competitive, but in a nice way. We don't kill each other. Restaurants try to outdo each other. Who has the best decorated booth, the best bite, and then, of course, there is the grand dinner where everybody goes and enjoy a 4-course meal with great wines. Speaking of wines, the wines also got better and better, and the generosity of the participating winners it's just amazing.
It is, and I always get a chance to appreciate the bites. I never get to eat the dinner because I'm always working through the dinner, but it always does look amazing. And I hope we can have some friendly competition in our event tonight as well. Thank you, Umberto, for joining me. I look forward to having a great time with you throughout the show. Speaking of which, let's get the show started. As we mentioned at the top of the show, we've got a great show lined up for you. And here to kick us off, please join me in welcoming to tonight's program the CEO and Executive Director of Meals on Wheels San Francisco, Ashley C. McCumber.
Happy Sunday, everyone. It's so great to be with you this afternoon. I agree with Greg. I wish we were getting out of our cars and walking into Fort Mason Festival Pavilion, mingling with one another, and tasting the delights of our star chefs and vintners. For more than 3 decades we've done that. We've gathered each year to support our mission to make sure that no senior goes hungry in San Francisco, is alone, or is without the support they need to live with dignity in their own homes. Of course, COVID-19 pandemic had other ideas. None of us could have imagined some 7+ months ago everything would change. Nor could we have imagined how many more people would be housebound and in need of services. Truly, our mission has never been more important. But missions like Meals on Wheels are built for resilience and are always on the front lines of essential services in any year. The commitment must be magnified in times like these. As supporters of Meals on Wheels, you know that we are much more than meals, and we're serving some of the poorest seniors in the city. 73% of the seniors that we serve live under federal poverty and live on $1,000 a month of income. And 2/3 live alone. Without us, they certainly would be making very tough choices between food and medication, as well as being able to pay a utility bill. Because of the partnership with the City of San Francisco and the support of each and every one of you, in fiscal 2019, we served almost 5,000 people, and catch this, delivered 2.2 million meals in San Francisco. You also know, as I mentioned before, we're way more than meals. Our supportive services like social work and friendly visits keep our seniors safe and gives them a sense of security and comfort that they're not alone. Help is only a knock away. Because we're there with tailored meals and supportive services, we have a direct impact on their health. The pandemic has only amplified this hidden need in our city and pushed more able-bodied seniors into isolation and at greater risk for hunger. At Meals on Wheels San Francisco, we held our first emergency command meeting on March 7th. And since that first huddle, we had to map a course with no script. We were certainly in uncharted waters. From those first moments and actions and meetings, we established what would be a very simple principle. One, if we take care of our staff and volunteers, they'll be there to support our clients. With that simple mission, we have implemented a series of dramatic changes in our operation, and I want to share them with you. First of all, we have now no contact deliveries. We knock on the door, step back, make sure the senior is safe, and then move along. We've implemented major logistical changes to our delivery structures to protect our staff and clients. We've implemented top-level health protocols and PPE. We've even added tents to the front of our building to make sure that our staff have the space they need to work and distance appropriately while they're at work. We've rented a second kitchen to respond to the need and provide safer operations and, frankly, to meet the growing need of meals. We've added staff to cover for staff who have health conditions that put them at great risk, and so therefore they could not come to work. All of these actions together have increased our monthly expenses by $250,000 a month, and many of these costs continue today. With all of these efforts, we never missed one single delivery hour or day. We have also prevented the spread of the virus in our workforce and protected our clients. This while accomplishing the following. We had a 246% increase in clients coming to our program. We've ensured no wait list. We've added a third meal option for those who need it. We've launched phone check-in system for isolated clients. And most recently, in July, we became the command center for intake and delivery of home-delivered groceries or home-delivered meals for any individual in a household in San Francisco, regardless of age, who has been quarantined due to a positive COVID diagnosis. And woo. I think you'll agree, that's quite a lot to do, but that's not all that we've accomplished in 2020. Somehow, some way, we've managed to stay on course with our 50th anniversary capital campaign and construction of our new state-of-the-art kitchen and distribution center, which you can see behind me, soon to be open in the Bayview neighborhood and dedicated, and we hope that you will join us on November 19th for a virtual dedication, dedicated as the San Giacomo Flynn Building. Great news. The move is happening now and will be fully operational by the end of this month. With this project, we have secured the capacity, the quality of service, and the meals for Meals on Wheels San Francisco for the next 50 years. And many of you have been right there to encourage us and support this campaign, and we couldn't be more grateful. And if we're needed, starting on day one in this new kitchen, we will have increased our daily meal production capacity from, catch this, 8,000 meals per day, which is an average day now, to more than 30,000 meals a day should we grow to need to produce that amount of meals. This is what this new building means, and this is what we've accomplished in the middle of a pandemic. We are so proud to have weathered all that 2020 has thrown at us, and not just survived, but frankly, knocked it out of the park. That is why we could not let this 50th anniversary leave us and exit without doing all we can to support Meals on Wheels and to secure the financial resources that we need to carry us forward. Through our efforts tonight and this October, as Greg had mentioned earlier, we hope to recapture the resources generated by our Fund the Root paddle campaign, and we're hopeful that all of you who have paddled up in past years will paddle up again this year and renew your pledge from previous years, including last year, 2019. Your support ensures that we enter the last quarter of this year and into next year well positioned to respond to what we know is going to continue to be a challenging time for homebound seniors and, frankly, for San Francisco in general. Never, never before have we been more needed. And never, never before have we been so blessed to have your support. I want to thank everyone who gave earlier this year to the Gala and allowed those gifts to be put on the ground immediately. And specifically, I want to thank our 70 patrons, our 33 corporate sponsors, and all the volunteers on planning committees and Meals on Wheels staff who put a lot of energy into an event that was not to be, especially our dear, dear Chef Nancy Oakes and team. Together, we can make sure the revenue we give each year through the Gala is with us during this most important year in our history. Back to you, Greg.
Thank you, Ashley. Wow, that is a lot. The work that you and the whole Meals on Wheels team do is so important. It is truly amazing how you have handled service during this pandemic. Just think about it, folks. At a time when everyone else was hunkering down, sheltering in place, wondering when they would ever leave their house again, Meals on Wheels was delivering. Speaking of delivering, our vintner partners always go above and beyond for us. We wholeheartedly appreciate their generosity in a normal year. This year, we are simultaneously thankful and heartsick.
This year has really been a dramatic year in many, many ways, and the fires up north have just been too much. Our thoughts and prayers go out to everyone in Napa and Sonoma that has been impacted by the fires of this year. And we hope they are staying safe. And for who they unfortunately have suffered losses, we look forward to help you in any way we can.
Knightsbridge has been an awesome partner with us this year and for many years. This year, they've assembled a Knightsbridge 2015 tasting kit with a great selection of wines. Everyone who contributes $2,500 or more to our Fund a Root drive will receive one of those spectacular tasting kits. It's got everything you need to enjoy your own wine tasting experience at home. And if you already have received one of those great tasting kits, show us. Put it up on put it on the socials. Hashtag MOWSF Pledge 2020. We want to see. And here to tell us all about the delicious wines included in the kit is Knightsbridge winemaker Douglas Danielak.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Douglas Danielak, and I'm the Director of Winemaking at Knightsbridge Winery in Knights Valley, California. I want to welcome everyone today. We have a very special event. We are partnering with a great charity, Meals on Wheels, that does so much for hunger. And the first wine we're going to introduce today as part of the 3 wine selection. The first is our Knightsbridge Estate Sauvignon Blanc 2018. These grapes are all grown on our estate vineyard, and the wine is made in a very traditional style using stainless steel fermentation at cold temperatures with a very tiny amount of oak, just to give it a small oak signature. One of the features we love about this wine is that it has an incredibly complex bouquet of all kinds of citrus. So it has sort of lime and linden and lemon peel, passion fruit. So it has this great movement in the aromas. You can smell this sort of springtime aroma. This is a terrific wine to enjoy with friends on the terrace or on the patio. And for food pairings, we like it very much with frito misto, which is calamaris or vegetables that are lightly deep fried in a light tempura batter, is delicious. Also, any kind of salad with goat's cheese, springtime salad, lots of freshness to it, is also a great match. The second wine in our lineup is the Pont de Chevalier 2015 Chardonnay in a half bottle. And what makes this wine delightful, this is fruit that is all grown entirely on our estate. And the beauty of this wine is that it has a great deal of energy and freshness about it. And part of that is that we ferment 50% of this wine in new French oak. It has this engaging aroma of sort of chamomile and honey, but still remains very, very light on its feet. So it pairs very well with a broad range of foods. Some of our favorites include seafood, lobster ravioli are great choices. This is the perfect introduction for you to explore the rest of our Knightsbridge Chardonnay catalog. Our third wine in our offering of the Knightsbridge range is the 2015 Cabernet Sauvignon. This is also in a half bottle. And what's beautiful about it is it's drinking beautifully today. And so you can really see the aromas of this wine emerging now that it's had a couple years in bottle. It has this incredible aroma of currant and leather and spice, which are all really coming together. This whiff of chocolate and cocoa, that cocoa powder, which just draws you in at every sip. And what we like to pair it with is traditional steak and French fries, the steak frite, ideally a honeymoon steak with French fries. We also love it with mushroom risotto in the winter. So if you can get some good chanterelles or just a good range of mushrooms and make a risotto, this wine is dynamite with it. We want to conclude on the Cabernet Sauvignon and welcome you all when we open the new winery next year to come visit us once our doors are open. We've gone through all the wines. I think you're going to find them just a delightful moment to share with family and friends. And while you're doing it, you will also be supporting a great organization. So for those of you who have already donated generously to Meals on Wheels and received your tasting pack, thank you again for your support. and know that we are available anytime to discuss and enjoy the wines with you. And now I'd like to hand it off to our great supporters and our owners, Jim and Kelly Bailey, who have been great supporters on Meals on Wheels for many years. Thank you all.
My name is Jim Bailey, and this is my wife, Kelly, coming to you from Knightsbridge Winery. Our vineyard is located just north of Calistoga in Knights Valley. We are busy at the vineyard now. We are in the middle of the harvest. We are happy to share that in January, we broke ground for our state-of-the-art Knightsbridge Winery. It's taken us 7 years to be able to get this permit. We will be able to welcome you to our winery this time next year and hope that you'll be able to come.
We've supported the Meals on Wheels San Francisco for many years now, and we're very proud to support our very dear friend, Chef Nancy Oakes, and many of the other extraordinary chefs. 2020 has been a very challenging year, to say the least, but especially for our seniors. Meals on Wheels allows our seniors to live in dignity, with independence, and more now than ever in the safety of their own homes. Meals on Wheels provides essential services for over 5,000 seniors every year. It's unfortunate that the Gala has been postponed this year. It's always been one of our favorite events, but more than ever, our seniors need our help.
We're trying to raise $1 million for homebound seniors and hope you join us and support Meals on Wheels in San Francisco and the Funda Route Drive. Because we feel there is such great need for this today, we are going to donate $50,000 on behalf of Knightsbridge to this very important cause. Thank you so much.
Cheers. Thank you.
Cheers.
Amazing! Thank you, Kelly and Jim, for your generous support. Because of you, Meals on Wheels is going to be able to deliver 10,000 meals. And speaking of getting into the game, I see here, Umberto, that you've gone ahead and cracked open a bottle. What do you got there?
Well, of course, I was listening to Douglas describing the wines and the wonderful wines that the Knightsbridge produces, and I just opened in 2014 Knightsbridge Knights Valley Cabernet Sauvignon.
Nice. And?
Amazing, amazing. Intense nose of plums and currant, as Douglas says, a little bit of cocoa, and the flavor.
You gonna have that with some French fries later?
Mushroom risotto, I think, is the choice. Thank you.
Mushroom risotto, excellent. Well, this is your chance for all of you watching at home to join Kelly and Jim. You can make a donation. You make a donation of over $2,500 or more. You can join them in enjoying their wines and join Umberto in enjoying their wines. We already see some pledges coming in. And now you'll have to forgive me. When I look down, there's a computer screen I'm looking at because that's where I see you. So I see you, but I really see you down here. So James and Lisa Consigne, oh, we appreciate your pledge. Kenneth Long, we appreciate your pledge. Ann and Tom Robinson, right at the top of the show, thank you. Ann and Che P. Balahadia, thank you for your pledge. John Santibanes, we see you. Chris Dressel, Gabriela Parcella, Alina Esquinazzi, Robin Young, we appreciate all your pledges. Keep them coming in. And for all of you who make a pledge tonight, I will do my very best to honor your donation and acknowledge it on stream. Just to understand, let's get one thing straight. As the difficult to pronounce last name, and you've probably had Jabin mispronounced a few times yourself. If I get your name wrong, it's not because I don't love you. It's just because I'm looking at a little screen, and we might not have I've seen. So just bear with me. It doesn't mean I don't love you in my heart and soul. Thank you to everyone whose names we see scrolling across the bottom of the screen right now. These are donors who have made pledges in advance of tonight's event. Thank you, Douglas. Right, Douglas Danielak, for leading everyone in that excellent tasting. I know Umberto said the wine was fantastic, so thank you as well. And now, again, for all of you watching at home, you can have a huge impact on homebound seniors. Every bid you make in the online auction helps bring needed sustenance for mind and body to our wonderful clientele. We have some great items in the auction, a huge collection of wines from great wineries such as Vineyard 29. We've got an etched double magnum of 2014 Vineyard 29 Cabernet, 3 liters. 3 liters is a big bottle, but what's the biggest bottle you've got at Perbacco, Umberto?
A little bigger than 3, actually. A 12-liter bottle is what we have right there at the entrance of the restaurant, Perbacco. It's the equivalent of 16 bottles of wine. You need a few friends to consume a bottle like this. The wine is in Nebbiolo, produced in Piemonte, and our dear friend Luca Currado, the winemaker and owner of Vieti, is the producer. And he called the wine Perbacco. Because perbacco is a word that is normally used in a phrase to accentuate the positive meaning or as a positive surprise. And I guess he was happy with the outcome of the wine. That's why he called it perbacco.
It's like OMG.
Yeah,
okay.
Of course.
And
yeah,
with bottle,
wow.
12-liter bottle, like that counts for the carpool lane. That thing's huge. When you're choosing a wine, what's the most important decision that somebody should make when they're thinking about choosing a wine?
I think that first of all, you shouldn't be hung up on what you're eating. It is what you're in the mood for. Is it white? Is it rosé? Is it sparkling? Is it red? That kind of sets the mood. And then you think about it. What style do you want? Do you want a little bigger wine, a little more tannins, or a little lighter style red, or a refreshing white, a rich white? It depends exactly. You should almost taste the wine before you open the wine. It's the same as food. When you look at the dish, you kind of imagine already what it tastes like. And wine is the same.
So if I hear you correctly, what you're saying is like it matters more what your personal tastes are than what anyone else says about the wine.
Indeed, Greg, absolutely. There is no such a thing as a white with the fish or white meat or red with red meat. Is what you want to drink.
With French fries.
With French fries.
French fries. And that should make the decision for all of you even easier on what auction item you should bid on, because we've got all sorts of great wines. Collections of wine from 3 Sticks, great Sonoma wine, Kitzler, one of the rare cult Chardonnays, Dumal, Spragia family vineyards, and of course, it wouldn't be Star Chefs without some chef experiences.
That's right, Greg. That's one thing about the Meals on Wheels Gala. It's an opportunity to have all these great chefs and winners under one roof. It is an opportunity for chefs to put their ego aside, these great chefs to put their ego aside and help each other out in plating the dish that they created. During the dinner, you're actually able to see the performance. You see everybody together, bending down with tweezers here and there just to finish up the dish, and then you finally get the product in front of you. It's amazing. It's amazing. And this year we have many auction dinners, of course, Boulevard. By the way, Boulevard has already been sold out. There you go.
Oh, there you go. The Boulevard lot sold.
And so is Flower and Water, but there is still Rich Table and Perbacco as an auction items on the list. So please go online and bid generously on the auction. Sarah and Rich, speaking of Sarah and Rich Evans, of course, they are quite a team altogether. They're not only are great chefs, but they're great people. You know, to know. I had the pleasure of eating at the restaurant in several times. In fact, Rich Table and Sarah and Evans are long-standing supporters of. They have an item auction this year, and they have an auction items every year. And we hope that there's going to be a next time, of course. Please welcome them.
Yeah, let's see.
Than we want right now to be there cooking for you. It would be amazing, and you know, it's what we love to do, and it's really, it sucks that we can't do it right now, but you know, that being said, we're here to kind of, you know, talk to you about what a great organization Meals on Wheels is, and how your generosity has really helped the organization flourish and, you know, feed a bunch of seniors. And
yeah, on that note, I should say we have not quite met the goal of $1 million, so we really hope that you will all think about donating to Meals on Wheels and helping out San Francisco seniors.
And so they were saying, you know, a few things we could do since we can't cook for you right now is maybe give you a recipe for you to cook at home. And so Sarah and I really worked hard, and we really thought about this and tried to make the perfect recipe for you, you know. And, you know, we went as far as, you know, putting it into a book form, okay? So if you really want to cook some great food, you just get this book and cook anything out of it.
There are like 80 recipes. We didn't just give you one. We gave you like 80 with photographs.
And on top of it, if you don't feel comfortable doing that, we made an even better recipe. We made a recipe for a reservation and a takeout dinner, okay? So you can just go to our website and come support us by eating in the restaurant, eating outside, or doing a little takeout for your own house.
We have these lovely parklets that could be yours. Anyway, but the real reason we're all here is Meals on Wheels, so we can't say enough about the organization, and we hope that when this is all over, we can all get together again soon. Thank you.
Have a great night.
Thanks, Sarah and Evan. I look forward to seeing you in person again as soon as possible. And like Evan said, visit indoors, outdoors, order takeout, because quite honestly, 80 recipes, that's too many for me to try and even choose from, Humberto. I think I'll pick the one, and it's the one that you cook for me, right?
Before we get to serious, actually, I do have to mention one thing. I just got the news that Debbie and Andy Radcliffe donated an amazing pledge to have dinner in a private room at Perbacco. Thank you so much, Andy and Debbie. Before we go to serious, Greg, I want to remind people that we are going to have a cocktail mixology. It's past 5 o'clock. We need to have a cocktail, I believe.
That's a great reminder, Humberto. The mixology session looks like it's going to be fun. But first, though, let's get a little serious. Those of you who are watching on screen right now, we need you. Homebound seniors in San Francisco need you. You may have noticed that we started tonight with the San Francisco skyline as our backdrop. We moved to the new building that Meals on Wheels will be opening shortly. And right now, we've moved to the San Francisco Tenderloin, a neighborhood equal to 6 blocks. Yet 23% of our clients live in this neighborhood. Right now, we need your help to support our most vulnerable population. And the way that you do that is simple. With the click of a button, you can have a huge impact. With one phone call, you can change a life. You can save a life. It is not too late to participate. Go to mowsf.org/2020/pledge. You can see it right above Humberto's head, mowsf.org/pledge, or call 415-343. I know I screwed that up. It's mof.sf.org/2020-pledge. I got it, David. Or call 415-343-1286. Operators are standing by. Pledge any amount. We've got a whole bunch of different levels available. You can pledge whatever amount you want, $20,000, $10,000, $5,000, whatever suits your budget.
Every pledge you make go directly to supporting the work of Meals on Wheels does. Every pledge you make will provide homebound seniors with contact, with well-cooked, healthy meals, with hope. Meals on Wheels work. That's why I've been involved with Meals on Wheels since 1999. This is a return here in San Francisco.
Wow.
It's a great organization. It's just a pleasure to be involved with.
Yes, and we've got great pledges. So Terry and Andy Goodman, we announced at the top of the show that they pledged $100,000. They have pledged another $100,000. John and Monique Viola on the board have made a pledge as well. Yes, Deborah and David Bellotti, we see you. Thank you. Carla Newell, thank you. Chef Pam Mazzola of Prospect, thank you. The entire, bring that one back up. Bill Molesky, who's on the board, thank you. The entire Flynn family, we see your pledge. Thank you. We appreciate each and every one of you. Mark Peterson on the board. Thank you, Mark. Oh, Rosemary and Harry Wong. It would not be a Star Chefs and Vintners event without running into you, Rosemary, one way or the other. George Zimmer made a pledge. I guarantee it. Adam Glick, we see you. And there are more coming in. We'll get to them in just a moment. But look, we don't want you to take our word for what the impact that you can have, the impact that Meals on Wheels have. We right now would like you to meet Judy. Judy is going to tell you all about how your help has had a huge impact on her life.
When I lost my husband, I thought my world had ended. Joe is my world. We were together 20 years. He went so quick. 2 months after he was diagnosed, he was gone. Died from pancreatic cancer. But you never know. When it's your time to go, you're gonna go. We met at the Salvation Army. He was an employee and I was a resident. We go out to the beach. I roll my jeans up to my knee and I go in the water. Joe would be standing on the beach waving. That's when I was younger. My hip wasn't bad. He was like my guardian angel. And when Joe passed away, I ended up in a shelter. Some nights the shelters didn't have any beds, and I'd be outside. That's hard on a woman at any age. But to be 60 plus years old and to be told we don't have no bed for you tonight. Finally, I ended up here. I have a bad hip. I have osteoarthritis in my right hip. I have a tendency to fall. And I have a hard time standing. So it worked out getting Meals on Wheels. I don't have to worry about standing up too long. If I take a few minutes to get into the door, they understand. When the driver comes over, it's like Christmas. He's like a big brother. Meals on Wheels is like a godsend to me. It's something that I've come to depend on and look forward to. They're good meals. I like the beef stew. I like the pancakes. I like the hash browns. The spaghetti I love. Bring it on. I love my Meals on Wheels. I really do.
And we love you, Judy. We do. And we're glad you love the spaghetti. And for everyone else, this is the moment. This is the time. Bring it on. We need you to get in the game and make pledges. Judy is one of 4,300 Meals on Wheels stories in our city.
Yes, please donate online or call now to help homebound seniors. Every $1,000 you donate will provide 200 meals. And I just saw a couple of pledges coming in. Thank you so much, Steve and Kelly Abro. Peter Paul, thank you. Sharon and Herbert Lampert, thank you so much, by the way. Sharon and Hal, we call him Hal, actually. They're a dear friend from Los Angeles, and they pledged a meal in honor of my wife Leslie's mom that died a couple of years ago. You're amazing. Thank you so much.
Right, there's going to be on stage at the auction next year. Kay Rousseau, we see your pledge. We appreciate you. Laura and Brian Lee, thank you. Mauricio King, thank you. Emily Martin got your pledge as well. And you heard Umberto. Every $1,000 raised right now is equal to 200 meals. That makes for some easy math. Donate $10,000, serve 2,000 meals. And we have lots of other pledges that have come in. John and Selena China on the board as well. Thank you. We see your pledge. Lisa and Jim Considini. I'll get it right the fifth time around. We see your pledge. Thank you. Board member Jose Allen and Arvenia Waters. Thank you. Joan Beardsley and Ted Grossman. I got to slow down and take a breath here. I'm trying to rush through this. Joan Beardsley. Thank you. Kenneth Leung. We have your pledge. We appreciate you. Thank you. Cindy Black also on the board. Thank you, Cindy, for your pledge. Tammy Collins. We see you. We appreciate you. Thank you for your pledge. Pat and Ron Eastman, thank you. We thank you. Frank Farella of Farella Braun. Thank you, Frank, for we appreciate your pledge. Lee Flynn, we got you. We got you there. Mary Heelan and Timothy Martin, thank you for your pledge. Lilla and Dean Morehouse, we got you as well. Thank you for your pledges. Everyone else, keep those pledges coming. Every gift you make will have an impact. Now is the time, if you haven't yet, to go to mowsf.org/2020pledge, make your pledge, or you can call 415-343-1286. Every pledge you make is going to have an impact on a senior in San Francisco who needs your help. You heard the story. You've heard Ashley said lots of these seniors live alone. You heard the story that these are people who sometimes the only person they see, Umberto said it himself, sometimes the only person they see is the Meals on Wheels delivery person who shows up. And you're not just empowering food and sustenance, but human contact. So keep those pledges coming. Catherine Chen, we see you. We see you. You are awesome. Keep those pledges coming. You deserve a little something special, which is good. right? Because we've got something special for you from Taste Catering. Taste Catering has been with us for over 30 years. Always does a fantastic job for us at the Gala. They help wrangle over 100 chefs when we're in person together. That's like herding knife-wielding cats. Umberto, you mentioned mixology earlier. What do you got lined up for us?
Well, again, as I said, it's past 5 o'clock, so it's time for something to drink. And Blake Tucker here, the beverage director for Taste, is actually the mixology today. He has a PhD in mixology.
Okay.
To everyone who purchased a mixology kit, Blake is going to show how to prepare a couple of cocktails.
Okay, sounds excellent. Let's give a big star chefs and mixologists welcome to Blake Tucker.
I'm Blake Tucker, Beverage Director for Taste Catering. Today I'm going to demonstrate how to make one of our two cocktail box offerings. The improved blackberry margarita is a fairly simple drink. It's just measure, shake, and pour out. So I'm going to demonstrate the elder sour fizz. Slightly more complicated, but maybe even more delicious. I don't know. It does have a very mild gin in it, so we'll start with that. You'll need a shaker, and of course take your ice cube out before you start this because you do want it to temper before we pour the drink over the top. So the first thing that we're going to do is pour in 1.5 ounces of Botanist gin. And then we're going to need 3/4 of an ounce of Saint Germain. And 1 ounce of this lime thyme cordial that we provided you. This is just equal parts lime juice and thyme syrup. So 1 whole ounce of this. And then we're going to fill this up with ice so that we can give it a shake. Now we do want to add 3 ounces of this sparkling water to the drink, but we're going to do that before we pour it in so it can sort of mix on the way out of the mixing vessel. So 3 ounces here of sparkling water. And now you can see this ice cube has really come to a perfect temper. I can see through it now. There's no more frost on the outside. That indicates that it is all the same temperature and it's ready for a drink. So we'll just add this over the top here. And then this etching on the top is actually a little tiny bit of shaved ice. So I don't want to pour directly over the logo. I'm just going to pour to the side here. Like that. There we go. And then your kit also came with a lemon and some thyme. That's for garnish. So cut that lemon. I, of course, have pre-done this. We're just going to squeeze that into the top. There we go. And then a little a little bit of thyme over the top of this. Let me just rotate this so you can see this beautiful cube. Look at that. And voila, you have the Elder Sour Fizz. Oh, that's a good one. I hope you love this drink as much as I do. I want to say thank you so much to Meals on Wheels for the use of their 501c3 to create Hospitality Helps. Taste Catering formed Hospitality Helps just 3 days after furloughing over 300 employees due to the COVID-19 pandemic. President Margaret Teskey and Account Executive Walker Allen realized many people would need food with so many jobs in the industry being lost. They reached out to Meals on Wheels San Francisco and took action to create this initiative. Hospitality Helps provides free meals to those in need around the Bay Area, from hospitality workers to at-risk families to those living in food deserts and more. With our partner, Peninsula Food Runners, we deliver up to 4,000 beautiful, dignified, well-seasoned prepared meals per week. This need is not going away anytime soon, so we're building a sustainable fundraising effort to continue this important mission. Thank you so much to our partners and friends at Meals on Wheels San Francisco for sponsoring us fiscally and helping us create Hospitality Helps to aid our communities. For more information, go to tastecatering.com. Cheers.
Wow, those look great, Blake. Thanks a ton. You gonna start serving those at Barbaco, Umberto?
Not at Barbaco, because we only have wine and beer over there.
Well, my bad. Yeah, okay.
At Barbaco for sure. I'm
Okay.
gonna steal them, yes. By the way, Barbaco is currently open for takeout and delivery, outdoor and finally indoor dining as well. Please come and see us.
Congratulations, that's great news, and thanks for setting the record straight. And thank you to everyone at home who is making pledges right now, especially Jim and Lisa Considine. I thank you. I appreciate the opportunity to get that straight. Bill Molesky in again. Thank you, Bill. And Bradford Jeffries, we got your pledge. We appreciate you supporting our neighbors who need your help. You're helping right now people who don't get enough to eat in a day. Because of you, this is a city where it is unacceptable that our seniors live alone in isolation. We take care of our own, Umberto. And remember, every $1,000 you raise right now helps serve 200 meals. And we've got lots of pledges coming in. We appreciate you. Catherine Chen, we see you. Michelle and Mark Tellini, excellent pledge. Shelby Rackleff, we appreciate your pledge. Shannon Blomiker, thank you for your pledge. Sarah Flynn, yes, we've got you. Elaine Asher, yes. Sam and Emily Glick, and you've got a special one too.
I just saw Leslie's name coming through the pledge. Thank you, Leslie.
Leslie Jabin making pledges as well, not just on the board, but helping lead the way. Every gift you make, every pledge you make will have an impact, and now is the time. Keep those pledges coming. We appreciate you. Holly Ross, we see your pledge. Thank you for making it. Everyone else, keep those pledges coming, and know that the bidding on our auction closes on Sunday, October 8th. Christopher Colwick, we see you. We appreciate your pledge. Every pledge makes a difference, and we said we would try to honor every pledge on screen tonight. You make the pledge. We appreciate you. Seniors who are homebound in San Francisco get fed. It's a win-win-win all the way around. For those of you who are bidding on the auction, it's never too early, but it will be too late if you wait until beyond Sunday, October 18th. Next Sunday at 5 is when it closes, but don't wait till then to get your bid in. The computer, Umberto, the computer's unforgiving.
That's right.
When a lot goes to close, it is closed, and we wouldn't want you to miss out on anything. We also couldn't do Star Chefs and Vintners without you, and we couldn't do it without our Star Chef and Vintner partners. And our next two guests are Thomas McNaughton and Ryan Polnow, and they are always there for us.
Yes, back in March, this was actually probably the last party that we had. Thomas came at Barbaco together with other 7 James Beard Award winners, and we had an amazing dinner. I guess it was probably the last party that we've had since the pandemic started.
Wow, well, it sounds like a great evening. Please join us in welcoming Thomas McNaughton and Ryan Polnow of the famed Ne Timius Restaurant Group.
Go.
Thanks, Greg.
Thanks so much for having us, Greg. My name's Thomas McNaughton.
And I'm Ryan Polnow.
And we're from Ne Timius Restaurant Group. And we're standing inside of our newly reopened courtyard at Central Kitchen. And this cause that we're all here coming together virtually tonight, Meals on Wheels, is something that we've been a part of since we conceived the restaurant ourselves. And it's something that the cause itself and taking care of the people in this city and providing at least 2 meals a day for is something that's extremely important to us. And we thought it'd be really fun to run you through a recipe that I make with my family. This recipe comes from Andy, my partner, who makes it almost every weekend for our daughters, Lucy and Hannah. And it's incredibly easy. We're gonna make banana pancakes real quick on the fly.
And if we can be there with you in person, we thought this recipe might be the thing that takes this donation goal of $1 million over the top. We're almost at that goal, but we do need some further donation here.
Real quick, I'm just going to slice up a banana, our original restaurant flour and water, 2 staple ingredients for all of our pasta. We love these banana pancakes because there's 0 flour and 0 water. I'm just taking 1 banana and I'm smashing it up. And I want to create a paste here. The riper the banana, the easier is the batter to work with, and then also the sweeter the pancakes that come out. We have 1 banana, so if you want to grate some cinnamon in there.
Of course.
And for every banana, we're gonna do 1 egg. A little bit of cinnamon. We're gonna do 1 egg here. A little pinch of salt. And if you wanna get that saute pan going there. We just mix it up. It's really easy. This will take us less than 5 minutes. The girls love it on the weekends. And we can mix this up. You really wanna work the batter through. So as we have a saute pan here, we can add a little bit of oil. Any sort of cooking oil will do. Over time, we've created this. Like I said, it's just banana, whole egg. We want to preheat that pan slightly. As soon as we see a little whisper of smoke, we can add the batter. Like I said, Meals on Wheels provides at least 2 meals a day for the elderly. Why this organization means so much to us is that it has an impact on a local level and a national level as well. And so this is a direct result of donating tonight, making to $1 million for the cause will affect the residents, loved ones, families, mothers and fathers in San Francisco. Pancake's almost ready to turn. I just want to swirl it around, make sure that there's enough fat around it. I want to make sure that those edges start to really, really color. This is so much easier than making a pancake mix for us. I love the natural sweetness that comes with the bananas.
What a great way to start your Sunday.
What a great way to start your Sunday. A little bit of color, we flip the pancake. Make sure that the end result, if you think of this, is almost like in between a crepe and a pancake. I love it, the kids love it because it has that custard-like texture. As soon as we flip it over, it's almost ready to go. Boom, pancake on the plate. We're gonna finish this one with Sophie's partner that makes
fresh European style cultured butter by Sophie.
Yeah, so the name of the butter brand is?
The Butter Boys.
Butter Boys by Sophie. So we're gonna finish it with a little bit of butter. I love a little bit of fresh sea salt on top of it. And then we just have here at the restaurant Central Kitchen, we make a little stone fruit jam. And so we're just gonna sprinkle that around just to add another layer of sweetness. And then in less than 5 minutes, we have breakfast on the table for a family. Please donate tonight. Anybody that donates more than $10,000 tonight and is documented, we will send a personalized cookbook, flour and water that me and Ryan both sign. Have a great time, guys. Good luck out there.
Thank you.
Thank you, gentlemen. We always appreciate your creativity and commitment, and I love the fact that we are talking banana pancakes right now. Seriously, if you don't start serving that in the restaurant, I'm going to crash Sunday brunch at your house, Ryan, to get some, and I mean that in the most loving and not at all creepy of ways. Speaking of getting some, are all of you making sure that Meals on Wheels is getting some tonight? We've had some more pledges come in. Joanne Weir, we see your pledge, thank you. Charlene Del Moro and Mike Azenfeld, we appreciate your pledge. Deb Bunyan, thank you as well. Keep those pledges coming. How long do people have to keep making pledges, Umberto?
The Fund Around pledge, Greg, will be open until the 23rd of October. So if you have a friend, co-worker, couldn't be here with us tonight, please send them the link and encourage them to bid or in the auction or send us a pledge. They can still make a location and they will have an immediate impact on any homebound senior who needs your help.
Call it the forward to a friend effect. Send it on to somebody else. We appreciate every pledge. Robert Rogers, we see you. Our event, as you all know, is Star Chefs and Vintners. And we are always honored by the vintners who shared their passion, their creativity, and their wine with us, like Favia Wines. Umberto, you were mentioning their Carboni Red before the show tonight.
Yes, as a matter of fact, that I opened a bottle of Carbone blend, red blend, the other night. It was amazingly delicious. delicious. Favia, it's known for many, many reds, and particularly the big Syrah and so on. And this one was just delicious. To me, was European style. The flavor was all there, but it wasn't the big Cabernet Sauvignon that sometimes we drink.
So good, so generous, and as you're going to hear in just a moment, Carboni has some historical meaning and significance. So joining our show from the Coombsville appellation of Napa, let's welcome Annie Favia and Andy Erickson of Favia Wines.
Hello, I'm Annie Favia.
And I'm Andy Erickson.
Thank you for coming to the Meals on Wheels San Francisco Pledge Drive. We are delighted that you've shown up. We are sorry there's not a gala this year, but we're delighted to be here. We're actually we're broadcasting from our winery in Coombsville, Napa Valley. We've been making wines together for how long?
At least 25 years together, for sure. Yeah.
And we make Cabernet and Cabernet Franc from Coombsville and Oakville in the Napa Valley. We are a husband and wife team, as you can see. I do the viticulture and Andy makes the wines. And why don't you tell us a little bit about harvest and the winemaking process?
I sure will. But first of all, Annie talked about we're in the cellar here. And if you haven't been here, we're in Coombsville. It's the old Carboni family winery from the 1880s. Beautiful historic place. The old stone cellar that we're in right now is actually the downstairs of the house, so we live upstairs. But harvest in general, we're out harvesting grapes this time of year. Annie oversees the grape growing. When the grapes start coming in, we have a really great sorting process where we just get it down to exactly what we want to go in the tanks. The tanks are filled with just the most beautiful fruit from the vineyards that we work with. So down here in Coombsville, also in Oakville, we pump over the tanks several times a day during the fermentation. Now we're down to the point where we're just tasting the tanks every day. We tasted everything this morning. It's tasting great. These are grapes we harvested 3 weeks ago, so before things got crazy around here, and we're really loving the results. So it has been an interesting year, let's all agree, but the skies are clearing. It's been beautiful here. We're loving the results. We can't wait to get back to normal and to be with you in person. But for now, thank you so much for supporting, Annie.
I just want to say it's interesting because I have known Meals on Wheels for many years, and that community is very tight. I bet many of you are repeat folks who've been donating and coming to the gala every year. That support is incredible, and it's very similar to the support we just had in Napa Valley with the fires. Our community really band together, and
sure. We haven't been stronger as a community, I don't think, as we are this year. I think I've spoken to more of my winemaker friends at this time of year than I have maybe ever. Normally we go just silent during harvest, and we've been talking to each other and encouraging each other, and it's just been great. So we're all going to get through this year. And again, we thank you for your support.
We encourage you to help us reach the $1 million goal and beyond.
Yes.
So please dig deep tonight, and particularly right now during our little segment, because we want to make the most money and raise the most money for Meals on Wheels. Cheers.
Cheers, everyone.
Cheers back to you. It was great to see you both. We are glad that you and yours have been safe through these past few harrowing weeks. Our hearts go out to everyone in Napa and Sonoma who have been hit hard this fire season. Here in San Francisco, we've had our own big challenge this year. In a good year, Meals on Wheels serves over 4,300 seniors. Because of COVID-19, demand for our service, really need for our service, has only gone up. Our most at-risk population needs your help, and it is such an easy thing to do. One click of a button on your phone or computer can bring food, fellowship, and a touch of joy to the life of someone living at home. And as you see, we've had pledges coming in. We appreciate all the great work that you've done. We started the night at 480, and now we're all the way up to 890. We are so close on the home stretch. We just need another $108,400, and we can clear that $1 million hurdle. And here to really emphasize the power of the work that you are enabling, we have Nikos to share his story.
I worked until I was close to 70 years old. I like to go to work, but I should forget it. I'm too old for that. The work is not only pass the time, but keep you in shape, you know. I don't do nothing. I just get up in the morning, take a shower, have a cup of tea. It's boring. Nothing to do. It's boring. I got an accident, you know. I was in the hospital. They gave me 2 pints of blood, you know, because I was too weak. My wallet was missing. I lost it. My green card and everything was in there. I was calling and calling the immigration. Nobody ever paid attention to me. Me and Christy, we fight for weeks, for months, to get everything together, you know. But now I have a green card, I have California ID, and I'm okay, you know. She helped me a lot. I mean, she helped me a lot. I thank you, Meals on Wheels, because they helped me not only the food, they helped me to change my life around. I found myself again, you know.
What a touching story. Christy is just amazing, and Christy is one of a dozen social workers who help seniors like Nikos, who are able to help seniors like Nikos because of you. And that is why we are here tonight. That is why I'm in front of this big thermometer that shows we just jumped up to $921,000. Now we're just $78,900 away from being able to clear our $1 million mark. Keep those pledges coming in because all of you are being amazing. Thank you for stepping up to be the stars in our sky this evening. We appreciate each and every one of you. As you can see in the thermometer, pledges have been pouring in. Every donation of $2,500 or more will receive a virtual wine tasting sampler courtesy of Knightsbridge Winery, and every pledge of $10,000 or more will receive the virtual wine tasting sampler and the cookbook, right? And the cookbook. So keep those pledges coming. Keep those. Michelle and Mark Tellini, we see you. We appreciate your pledge. Jessica's coming in with another one. Just turn around and hold it. Susan, that's Susan San Giacomo. And Diana Pelliconi. I'm glad she said that because her handwriting has gotten worse and worse. The more pledges you make, the worse Jessica's handwriting gets because she gets so excited to see all the great work that you are all doing. Sarah Steingart, we appreciate your pledge as well. Keep those pledges coming. Do not forget. The auction's going to close next Sunday at 5. There are some great packages in there waiting for you. Wine, food, even wine and food together, just like what happens when you put our next couple in a room anywhere in the world. Please welcome Cherie and Philippe Melka.
Thanks, Greg, for the introduction. I'm Cherie Melka.
And I'm Philippe Melka. Welcome to Melka Estate.
Here we are coming to you virtually in October. We are very sorry to have missed this year's gala due to the pandemic, but as is for everybody in 2020, we are coming up with new and creative ways to do the things that we need to do. And one of the most important things that we are here to help Meals on Wheels do is raise some money for the great cause that they do, which is feeding homebound seniors, as you all know. But one of the favorite things that we like to enjoy while we're at the gala is pouring one of our most famed wines, which is the Mequera proprietary white. This is
showing well.
showing really well.
What is this?
I know, right?
I never tested the wines that good, especially on Friday evening. So, but no, we're so happy to again to be part of this event. Like Sherry was saying, I think for me, just be part of it make me so much better in this very difficult time. As you know, it's been a crazy year. So this is one of the organizations that we love and we respect, and we feel so proud to be associated to it that there's nothing else for us to kind of cheers with that. So
yeah, it's all about
yeah.
community, and you know
Totally.
what they do in the Bay Area is it's such a bigger community than ours. Here in Napa Valley, we have our small little bubble, but we still support our local restaurants and everybody that we can during these difficult times. And that's what makes you feel good. You have those feel-good moments because you know you're doing something good for the greater good. And
what's going on here?
have
This is like on wheels, and what do we have?
We have Meals on Wheels,
Oh my
Sylvie.
God,
You are so special. I love
You
this.
know, I have to admit, it's one of those moments where we feel like, you know, takeout is really becoming the king of our life. And we have one of our favorite restaurants. We maybe can change every month of a favorite actually, but Brasswood here in town is doing those amazing calamari. And as you can see, those, you know, mozzarella as well. So some French fries. I wonder why. So anyhow, we wanted to bring a little bit the reality of the world, the food really on wheels, what this organization means to all of us, and we're so proud to be again part of it. So cheers to all of us.
Yes.
You know,
I mean, you know, when you cannot go to Meals on Wheels, you bring Meals on Wheels to you.
That's right.
And so we've had to adapt this year in so many ways. Most events were canceled and then recreated. Most of our auction, most of our fundraising throughout the year. And this is another effort that we are so lucky to participate. So, you know, we can only just hope and wish that everybody will feel good about this whole process, that will, you know, pledge as much as they can possibly pledge. Everybody has, you know, their part. So we're part of this big effort, and we're really lucky.
Absolutely. So
I would say, if lastly, if you guys have any 2014 Nekera in your cellar, please open the wine. It's just like this is a wow factor.
Yeah.
And you know, as you all know, I'm always telling the truth.
Wonderful. So please pledge as much as you can. We love you all. Be safe. Stay well. Cheers.
Cheers.
Go. Thank you, Cherie and Philippe. And just know, everyone, that since they filmed that for us, their property's been hit hard by the fires. We feel for you. We hope everyone is safe. We know that if there is anyone who can overcome something like this, it is you. 2020, right? But what an evening. The pledges have continued to come in. Daniel Grover, we see you. JP Tivan, we appreciate you. Bill and Rebecca Sanders, all of your pledges, we appreciate it. You're pushing us ever closer to the million. You're giving us, like, we've really got the sense that if we're not going to get there right now, we're going to get there by next Sunday. But what an evening. Great to be here in studio with you, Umberto. And what are you drinking?
Ooh, well, we talked about the 5-year wines earlier, the reds in particular, but I'm actually enjoying their current vintage of the Viognier, nice and floral and a beautiful, rich wine, really fantastic.
Yeah. Oh, nice. Well, I'm going to join you with my Marin Kombucha. Marin Kombucha is always one of the big supporters of the event as well, and I'm a big kombucha fan. So here we go. Cheers to the show. It has been great. I really appreciate you coming in with me tonight. It's been an honor to be here with you.
Same, likewise. Thank you so much for inviting me. I had a great time. One more thing we forgot about to say is it's something about Melka's wine. Yes, although I don't have here anything to taste for them, Melka does have a selection of wines that we can choose from the top of the line, Métis, Maquera, and Majestic. They're really amazing between white and red, really fantastic. It's been a fantastic evening, a great evening. Thank you for the generosity of all the pledges that they came through. And don't forget, until the 23rd, October 23rd.
We're going to email everyone tomorrow to confirm, but really the honor was all mine to be here with you. Give my best to Leslie. Hey, Leslie, he did a great job, didn't he? He did a great job. All of you have been amazing. Thank you for joining us. Hit refresh one more time, Jim. We're going to hit refresh on the screen one more time to see if any pledges have come in the last 15 seconds, because we hit refresh on this every few seconds. But all of you are amazing. Thank you for your support. You have helped us raise a whole bunch of money tonight. As Umberto said, the Fundraising pledge drive is going to be open until the 23rd. Forward the link to your friends. Keep the pledges coming. We've got to hit that $1 million mark. You have us close to the finish line. We're counting on you. So the recording, it's available on the website. Send it to your friends. Send it to your family. Encourage them to make a pledge. There, but for the grace of Meals on Wheels, go all of us. Remember, you can make pledges until October 23rd. The auction is open until October 18th. If I sound like I'm repeating myself, it's because I'm an auctioneer, little auctioneer humor. Thank you all for your help and support tonight. And just remember that wherever you go, whenever you get there, please do not forget to use your powers for good. Thank you and good night.
Thank you and good night.